Sagittarius, you are up for the November Love Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Okay, so the general reading for November is already up for all of the signs. Obviously, this is the love reading. The money reading will go up probably a week or so from the recording of the love readings. I did a new moon in Scorpio reading. I will be doing, and that was for the collective. I will do a collective reading for Halloween. Technically, we're still in October. All of the October readings are up. So the general, the love, and the money. So if you haven't checked those out, maybe you want to check those out and see if something resonates with you. Speaking of resonating, whatever you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all that, let's go ahead and get into the reading. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for November? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for November? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for November? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? Woo, that jumped out. Okay, those were two. Wow. What's at the bottom of the deck? Huh. Okay. I can dig it. So, first card that came out. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance. Okay. That's one timeline. And then, this is so interesting. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. Few things to unpack here. All three of these could be separate timelines. Or they could be the same. Give your relationship a chance and deception. One thing that I heard when I was reading all of this stuff is that someone is afraid to speak the truth in their relationship, and that's where that false mask is coming from. They're afraid of what the other person might think if they say what's really on their mind, if they show how they truly feel. And for some of you, you're afraid they might think that you're a bad person, or they might think that you're yeah. So you're kind of, part of you is like, you have this inner conflict with yourself because you see situations in other relationships and you're like, I don't want to be that woman. Or you're like, I don't want to be that man type of thing. And because you are critical of those type of people at times in other relationships, you're like, I don't want to be this person, but I really want to say this because this is driving me crazy. That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. With this, give your relationship a chance, and it's saying work on your partnership. The only way to work on your partnership is if you are open and honest. If they can't handle you being who you are and saying what you think and what you believe, maybe they're not for you. And that's not relationship advice, because I mean, who am I to give relationship advice? Who am I to judge? But what I'm saying is that, first of all, there's always more fish in the sea. That's number one. The quality of the fish can be debated, but that's another reading for another day. But as for there being fish in the sea, there's always more fish in the sea. Number 2, do you really want to wear a mask the entire time? Or is it going to be one of those things where years go by and then finally you say something, or either years go by and you still can't say anything, and now that you're so fed up with the relationship, you want to get it, you want to go your separate ways, or if you're married, you want to get a divorce? It's like somebody eventually has to say something. And honestly, another thing I just heard too with this finances situation, that might be one of the issues that someone is not speaking up about. Someone may not like the way the other person manages their finances. Just saying. Someone might spend too much money. I mean, according to you or according to them. Because all of that is, again, subjective. That is something else that can be debated on another day. But I feel at the core of all of this is you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. That's kind of what I feel like. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, you suffer in silence and your relationship is suffering with you. Let's see what we get with the tarot cards. May I have the energy for Sagittarius in regards to love? Energy for Sagittarius in regards to love. Energy for Sagittarius in regards to love. Can we clarify the cards on the table for Sagittarius? Can we clarify the cards on the table for Sagittarius? Can we clarify the cards on the table for Sagittarius? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? What is it Sagittarius needs to hear? Thank you. Yeah, you're going to need some of that. Let's see. What else do we have here? I feel like titling this, Speak Your Mind or Suffer in Silence. Okay. What's this? Ooh. Okay, for pregnancy. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Wow. Huh. This is getting very interesting. So check this out. On this deck, there's a lot of Venus energy here. The reason I say that is because here is the Empress, but it says fertility, but this is the Empress card. Now, Empress energy ruled by Venus, Taurus, Libra, and then also mother of the tarot deck. Mother of the zodiac is Cancer, so it can be Cancer energy too. In the Queen of Swords, which is Queen of Arrows in this deck, you see how it says Venus? There's a lot of Venus energy here. I really feel people are focused on the home. This came up in Scorpio's reading of being, which in their birthday bonus love reading, the title of that one is All You Want is a Stable Home. Because Four of Wands came out a lot, and also the Empress energy was there. For this, Empress energy is here. This relationship has affected the home, but also I feel like somebody's spending has affected the home. Someone may be too quick. They may be making rash decisions with the Princess of Swords here, or Princess of Arrows. Someone may be making rash decisions, like they're moving too fast. If you're dealing with someone, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You may feel like this person doesn't always think things through, whether it's with their purchases or something else. And you've wanted to speak up about it, but again, I feel like you don't want to be that person. The person that you've observed in other relationships, and you're like, I don't want to be that person. So you've been wearing a mask and your relationship is suffering because of it. You need to tap into your strength. Leo energy here. Some of you might have Leo in your chart, but you need to tap into your strength so you can say what needs to be said, and either they'll deal with it or they won't. Now, with all this Venus energy here, and with the Princess of Swords here, I feel like somebody's going to get a surprise pregnancy. And the pregnancy happened because it was both of you got caught up in the moment and you didn't take precautions, and bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, I feel like somebody's going to get a surprise pregnancy, not a planned pregnancy. A surprise pregnancy is what's going to happen for someone. All right? So, but the biggest thing here is speak your mind or suffer in silence. And that's the message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, be blessed.